Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy, Brain Waves. I'm here to talk to you all about the latest happenings in the world of Hollywood. If you have been paying attention to what has been put out in social media, on the news, it's pretty much been the talks. Maybe some of your friends, family, co-workers, colleagues, etc. have been talking about this. Hollywood is on strike. You have the writers on strike as well as the actors. This includes actresses as well. You all know what I mean by actors. It's not just the gentlemen, it's the ladies as well. But nonetheless, they are on strike. And what I want to talk to you all about is the agenda behind this, because there's something very important that you all need to know. Now, if you haven't paid attention to the title, I'm going to reveal to you all and show you all video, proof, and footage on how this can be, on why the actor and writer strike is a plot. It's an agenda for artificial intelligence, also known as AI, to replace them. Now, some of you may think that's not possible, Brainwaves. There is no way that could be done. Well, let me tell you, this technology has already been in use for a while, and I'm going to show you how real, how authentic it looks, and how believable it is. And so I've been speaking a lot on my channel. For those of you that are new here, you may not know this, but I speak a lot about AI and ChatGPT and how easy it is to replace people. Okay, a lot of people don't understand this. It's extremely easy to do. You can use ChatGPT to literally write songs. You can write research papers. You can do all types of things, and you can even tweak it to where it will sound like a particular artist. So say if you're writing songs, you can write lyrics that sounds like a particular writer that is already known in the industry, or a particular artist that you like to listen to. The lyrics will be crafted and sound very similar to that. And it's actually good. The same thing, research papers, documents, all types of things. And I talk a lot about this. I have this linked in the description box at the top of almost every video that I've had out as of late over the past couple of months. I'm showing you all about training, because what's happening in Hollywood is going to hit your job. So if you are employed somewhere, it's only a matter of time before it hits your sector. It's already being implemented all over. So at this time, while we're looking at Hollywood going on strike and fighting for this, it's going to hit your neighborhood too. All right. Technology is here, and there's a lot going on, and there's an agenda, and I'm going to show you all how believable this is. So for those of you that are here, feel free to say hello in the comment section. Make sure you hit the like button when you come in the building. If you're here, just quickly hit X on the live chat, hit that like button, and then open the live chat back up. Make sure you have your notifications turned on. Select all. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. A great way to support the work is by joining the membership. You can also hit the Cash App and PayPal, which you see on the screen at the bottom. I also have my Venmo information. All of that's in the description box. You can also book a life coaching appointment with me. That's right. Your boy, Brainwaves, is a life coach, and I talk about all types of subjects, anything from love to business to career to spirituality. You name it, you do it. I don't care if you are employed, you're an entrepreneur. I don't care what industry you're in. I have clients, thousands of them all over the world. I've helped people under 10, over 90, everywhere in between, every type of social class and background. So I have the expertise and experience to guide you. I do it via video chat, video recordings, phone conversations, and in person in the local ATL, Georgia area. So check out the description box for that, or simply go to brainwaves.com. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get some information on the screen. And my, oh my, this is going to blow your mind, right? And I keep trying to tell you all, there's a lot of agendas out here. Okay, so give me 1 second here, and I'm gonna pull up the video here, and I'm gonna show you all, because a lot of this has been going around. This has been coming up about Jamie Foxx. Oh, Jamie Foxx A lot of people, me included, says that he's been cloned. I talked about Madonna. I already told you what they're doing with Madonna. I talked about Damar Hamlin. I talk about a lot of people, right? And we are going to show you all how this works. So I'm going to get this on the screen, and you all have to understand this. I'm going to show you stuff. So what we're going to do first, what I'm going to play for you all first is we're going to take a look at what's actually going on. And then I'm going to show you how easy it is for them to do. Now, I see a comment I need to address. I see I have a Diana here. She says, I pleaded with you and begged you for the murder of your who? You said you pleaded and begged me for the murder of who? And for the record, please avoid using those type of words because it's going to mess with the YouTube algorithms. You said I'm just like everyone else, just a big name stuff, and you don't want to help anybody. Okay, what are you talking about, Diana? I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about by pleading and begging. Are you referring to me covering stories? Because let me let you all know, Miss Diana and everyone watching and listening, you do know that I have tons of people messaging me, texting me, talking to me in person. I get emails, I get social media message, I get comments, I get all types of things where people are asking me to cover particular stories. I'm only one person, and I have so much that I'm committed to and so much that I'm obligated to do. I'm not a single individual. I'm a married man. I'm a father. I've got family. I've got community. I have all types of things that I'm in. So I don't even have time of the day to even cover all of the stories that I want to cover. And I've told many people this numerous times. I just want to get this out real quick so that you all know and that the record's straight going forward. I've told you all many, many times, you can go back and watch all of my content, that I have so many stories that I want to cover. I just can't. I don't have time to cover every single story. It's impossible. I'm only one content creator. And I don't appreciate you or anyone putting me in a boat with other people, because my actions are not a reflection of their actions. Their actions are not a reflection of my actions. And so I'm being told here by Miss Diana saying that I'm only covering big name stuff. The reason why I'm covering this is because I have a godly biblical purpose on exposing the truth and letting you all know what's going on out here. And it takes all of these big circumstances and situations that people can see and relate to. Now, if anyone has something personally that they want me to cover, this is what I always suggest. You put your money where your mouth is. Hit the Cash App up. Hit the PayPal up. Send me $1, $5, $10, something. Put your money where your mouth is. Invest. Make a energetic investment. Money is a representation of energy. So if you want my time and energy to cover certain shows and content, I need that investment. I need likes, I need subscribes, I need shares, all of that things. If I don't receive, you reap what you sow. So if you don't sow that, you're not going to get anything. If people put their money where their mouth is and they do that, then I can cover particular stories. I will see your donations, I will see your contributions, and it will allow me to cover the story. And I mentioned this many, many times. I'm like almost sick and tired of saying it every single show that I do. But I need to set the record straight before I show you all this content, okay? If you want me to cover a particular story as a show, then you have to PayPal me, Cash App me, or Venmo me. That's bottom line. I don't even have time to cover my own stories. So if I don't have time to cover my own stories, don't you think my wife wants me to cover certain stories? Don't you think I got friends and family members and all types of associates and people here and people there, small and big, big and small, that wants me to cover stuff? Hey, put your money where your mouth is. Support the work. This is why I say it. It's on the screen. It's in the description box. It's not hard to find. With that being said, it is what it is, and I only have so much time of the day. Like, I'm supposed to be other places right now when I'm covering this story. So I lead an extremely busy life Monday through Sunday. I don't take any days off. I don't get any days off. And even when I'm off, I'm still crazy busy. And I have other YouTube channels as well. So I'm just trying to let y'all know there's not enough time in the day and it's impossible to meet everyone's request. So if you don't like it, unsubscribe, leave. I don't care. I just can't do it. If you want me to do it, then you need to step up, right? Because everybody wants a lot, but they don't want to give anything back. And you can't expect to get anything if you don't give. Give and it shall be given unto you. That's a biblical principle. You reap what you sow. So if you sow something, then you'll receive something. So if you want me to escalate your concerns and cover content, I tell you all, I will cover content for everybody, right? If you PayPal me, Cash App me, or Venmo me. I'm not just going to escalate it just because you want to, because I get tons of messages. I spend so much time wasted having to go through this video here. Can you cover this? Can you cover this? Can you cover that? That takes time for me actually covering stuff. So like I said, that's the process. I've explained it to you all. That's all I'm going to say on it. With that being said, let's get into this content. Okay. So this video is going to show you all what's going on. And then I'm going to show you all how easy it is and what it actually looks like to see an AI version of people. So when y'all don't think that actors and writers can be replaced, let me show you how easy it is. All right, let's go.
More than 11,000 Hollywood film and TV writers are on strike.
Hey! Ho, ho! Writers, make your favorite shows! Hey, hey!
This isn't the first time a major writer's strike has put Hollywood on the brink of a full production shutdown. But this could be the first one in which artificial intelligence plays a big role.
Y'all hear that?
Various tools that are trying to push the boundaries of what is possible. Whether it's the third, fourth, fifth generation, it's going to be very soon until we can literally just type in a prompt and see something as a consumer, and you don't have to have any sort of skills as a visual effects artist or as someone in the entertainment industry.
Here's why the generative potential of AI has emerged as a key issue in this year's writers' strike. The life force behind your favorite Hollywood production may be fueled by upwards of 58 different entertainment guilds and unions. These unions operate in tandem with one massive trade association, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, or AMPTP, which represents all major studios and streaming platforms. To stay on pace with the ever-changing media landscape, the Studio Alliance and the Hollywood unions convene once every 3 years to establish minimum basic agreements. Past negotiations have tackled pension programs, health funds, residual payments, and minimum wage agreements. Of the many topics under consideration in this year's contract negotiations, one nascent technology has entered the conversation for the first time: artificial intelligence.
Y'all hear this?
I hope I'm wrong, but I do think that the use of AI is going to take over the entertainment industry.
Did y'all hear that?
And I think it's going to be.
One nascent technology has entered the conversation for the first time: artificial intelligence.
I hope I'm wrong, but I do think that the use of AI is going to take over the entertainment industry.
And again, I want to add, AI is not just going to take over the entertainment industry. It's going to take over your industry. See, like I was talking to the other lady earlier, Miss Diana, in the chat. She's thinking that I'm just covering big stories and it's not important. I keep trying to tell you, I have a business degree, marketing degree. I've ran businesses. I've been in upper management. Go check my LinkedIn credentials. I've worked for many Fortune 500 companies. I've been there and done that. I've been in so many industries. It's ridiculous. And I've talked about this numerous times. This story is extremely important because what this story talks about is we're using Hollywood, what's happening in Hollywood, as an example of what's about to happen in your job. So if you're in education, guess what? AI can replace you. If you're in the medical industry, yes, I said the medical industry, AI can replace you. Oh, you don't think so? You don't realize that they already got machines ever since they had 5G cell technology, since we had that wireless technology. Doctors are able to do remote surgeries from other countries as if they're in your particular country, say here in America. They have machines that are doing surgeries. Why do you think that they would actually even need people? People can be replaced. And then they actually got robotic technology. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Okay, already the food industry, we see that there's less waiters and all these things. Like at McDonald's, for instance, you can go there and you can see the machines where you go check out in the machines and everyone has apps and everything is virtual and they can already dispense food, etc., etc., etc. What I'm trying to tell you is this situation is serious, and this is why I'm covering it. Because what's going on in Hollywood, however you want to refer to it as, it's what's either taking place or about to take place here. This can replace lawyers. I don't care what industry you're in. This is literally going to change the entire landscape of the world. This can affect us as content creators. So this situation is extremely important and what I would call an emergency content. And I hope that when I put this out, other people see it. So I'm using this as an example to get this message across. All right, let's go.
And I think it's going to be really bad.
The last WGA strike in 2007 lasted 100 days and cost California's economy approximately $2.1 billion in revenue.
Now, what do you think that's going to do? That was way back in the day, and it lost that much. Do you think that's good for jobs? Do you think that's good for numbers? Because, I'm here in Hollywood of the South, here in Atlanta. That's our name. We're the Hollywood of the South. So I know what this is like, okay? Been there, done that. Let's go.
When I was on the negotiating committee of Screen Actors Guild around 07, 08, we were trying to get residuals for Made for New Media. That's what streaming was called then. The studio said, well, it's so new. We don't know if we're even going to make money on the internet. I mean, it's so untried, so unproven. And I said to the rest of the committee, we better get some real estate in here because this is just another way to distribute things.
After 14 months on the picket line, WGA writers ratified a deal that granted the union jurisdiction over new media and codified a system for creators to receive royalty payments from streamed content. The hard-fought win laid a foundation for residual compensation before streaming took over as a leader in content distribution. Widespread consumer adoption of streaming has made it the new standard for entertainment, but businesses operating in the space are struggling to achieve profitability.
Today, the only one we know of that is cash flow positive is Netflix.
Did y'all hear that? To this day, and you wonder why all the movies come on Netflix. Listen again. Not Disney Plus, not Paramount, not Peacock, not Hulu, all these other platforms. It's Netflix, listen.
It's made it the new standard for entertainment, but businesses operating in the space are struggling to achieve profitability.
Today, the only one we know of that is cash flow positive is Netflix. They've estimated there'll be about $3.5 billion of free cash flow this year. Every other company out there, if you think about it, are losing money. Disney, Warner Bros. Discovery, losing billions and billions and billions of dollars a year.
Did y'all hear that? That's what I just said. Look at the amount of money. Look, this is made. Okay, look at the numbers again. I'll put it on the screen.
Today, the only one we know of that is cash flow positive is Netflix. They've estimated there'll be about $3.5 billion of free cash flow this year. Every other company out there, if you think about it, are losing money.
Okay, look, Warner Brothers, Discovery sees $2.1 billion loss in Q4 after big write-down. Ad sales tumble. Okay, and this is from Variety magazine as of February 23, 2023. I know that sounds kind of funny, but anyway, what that means is that you're not going to see content creators on YouTube make the money that they make because we depend on ad revenue. Okay, this is a job. This is a business. This is no difference than when you go into the office or you go out into the field or you're working out in landscaping or you go on a court or whatever sport you play, et cetera, et cetera. It's no different. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And you're seeing all of this big revenue loss. We're talking about billions, right? This is important. This means that these streaming platforms have to do something. Okay, they have to do something to compensate this loss. And this is where AI will come in and save them. A lot of companies have been losing a lot of money. Oh, don't believe all the numbers you see out here. Oh, stock market this and da 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 da, and the jobs report and da 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 da. You know, those are cushy numbers to make stock traders and investors feel good, so they can continue to keep the stock market going and continue to keep the bubble going. That's what that is, right? That's exactly what that is. But in all actuality, it's not a good thing, okay? We're not in a good situation. And you see, this was as of February, okay? We're past the first quarter. So what do you think the numbers are now that we're in July, right? So anyway, let's continue.
Disney, Warner Bros. Discovery, losing billions and billions and billions of dollars a year. And then you also have to scale this. It's not enough to have.
Look at this. Disney Plus loses subscribers for a second quarter in a row. This was as of May. Okay, 2 months ago. Drops 4 million subs. That's substantial. Okay, so you got to think, they're paying these actors all this money. They're doing all of this. How do you think they're going to recoup this money, right? That's where AI enters the chat. Let's go.
A couple million subscribers. It took Netflix getting to about 200 million subscribers before they got cash flow positive. The platforms are trying to figure out what works best from their bottom line.
In the face of weak revenues, streaming companies have been issuing layoffs.
Look at that. HBO Max restructuring plan, or their plan has been revealed. Y'all see all this? This is crazy, man.
Bundling services and removing content from their platforms.
And then you wonder why certain shows are disappearing. They're removing content that's not making them revenue, when they can replace it with content that can generate revenue. So I'm trying to explain this backdrop before I show you how the AI can replace everything, right? Y'all see that Disney, this was as of June. This was last month. Hollywood Reporter says Disney takes 1.5 billion write down after removing shows of Disney Plus and Hulu. Okay, so you wonder why your shows are moving. You wonder why you don't see a second, or third, or fourth, or whatever subsequent season of a show. A lot of you are asking, what happened to this show? And then they got to pay the actors and actresses whatever salary to even have them on the shows. Okay, so there's a lot that's going on here. Apply this to your job. They got to pay you to stay on your job to work, right? Think about this. They could replace you with AI. Let's go.
Content removal helps curtail balance sheet losses. The action cuts off content creators from receiving residual profits,
Y'all hear that?
often without any formal notification.
Streaming platform.
So us as content creators are losing profits without any notification up front. All of a sudden we find out ad revenue's down. All of a sudden you find out that no matter how many clicks and likes and views and all that you get, you're just not generating the revenue, because this doesn't affect just Hollywood. It affects us as content creators, me included, all your favorite content creators that you watch and listen to on YouTube. And people got the nerve to come on here and say that, oh, all you doing is talking about all the big stuff, as if you actually truly understand the struggle is real that we're going through as content creators to continue to even put content out. It's enough for a lot of content creators to just quit. Okay? If anything, content creators could be on that same boat. What if all of us content creators decided to strike? Then you wouldn't have nothing to listen to on YouTube. Where you gonna go to get your truth? Or any of these social media platforms for that matter. Where you gonna go to get your truth? Do you see the severity of what I'm saying here and how this spreads?
Platforms that are creating their own content and their own original, they're constantly changing the way they license content. They've jumped from service to service to service in new licensing deals. Some of those deals are 1 year long, some of them are multi-years. Every time a content deal is done with a streaming platform or distribution, it has a direct impact on those that created the content. Distributors, producers, writers, actors, because they're getting royalties based on that. So they don't like that some content is being removed from streaming platforms, because now they're not getting compensated for that anymore.
Do y'all hear that? We're not getting compensated for this anymore. Same thing goes with us as content creators. We're not getting compensated, but y'all want us to cover more and more stories. But y'all don't want to hit the Cash App. But y'all don't want to hit the PayPal. Y'all don't want to hit the Venmo. Y'all don't want to join the membership. Y'all don't want to book your life coaching appointment, etc., etc. But y'all want people like me to put more and more content and to cover your particular things. That's the same thing as us as a society saying we want these actors and actresses to do a season 2 and season 3, and we want these producers to produce another show and produce another sequel or prequel and all this stuff, right? This is the same thing. They're feeling the same struggle. Don't think that just because they got more money, more problems. Y'all heard Diddy? More money. Oh, let me say it properly, right? For the politically correct. More money, more problems. Don't think that just because somebody's making 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, whatever it is, that they just good. More money, more problems. You got more stuff to take care of, more stuff to pay for, et cetera, et cetera. So you need that income. You have jobs that you're putting out. You're supporting a lot of people and projects and things. And this is what's happening to us as content creators. And many of y'all just sitting up here like, oh, whatever, they good. Oh, whatever, they don't need no money. Y'all don't hit the Cash App. Y'all don't hit the PayPal. Y'all don't join the memberships. You don't book appointments. Y'all don't do whatever these content creators, not even just me, we be asking y'all to do. Now, shout out to the ones of you that do. Because those of you that do understand and y'all know what it is. And that's what allows us to continue to go. It's no different than when you watch your shows and listen to music, right? Or when somebody comes to your job and they patronize, right? You work in retail, right? You work in clothing. When they come and shop in your store, that's your monthly store revenue, which allows you to keep your check, aka get your commissions and your bonuses, et cetera, et cetera. Keep your job, right? It's the same thing here. But y'all want us to give more and y'all don't want to invest. Y'all want us to take time just because you ask. And it's not like it's a collective ask. We're talking about a one customer here and one customer there. And you have one customer here and one customer there asking everything. That's impossible. That's just like TV shows. They can't cover every angle and every twist. There's only so much time in a day and so much resources available, right? Same thing on your job. You can't do everything. You only got so much access to resources. I'm sorry, ma'am. We're out of sugar. I'm sorry, sir. We just ran out of chicken. But you a chicken joint. I'm sorry, sir. That's all we have for the day. We had a lot and we ran out. Yeah, we just sold the last pair of shoes. Yes, I'm sorry. We had those shoes earlier and someone came in and bought like 20 pairs and we're out. We got a shipment on the way. We're waiting on the warehouse. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. And I'm trying to explain it and lay this backdrop before I show you what AI looks like. Because y'all need to have the foundation before I go into the cool story bro stuff. All right, let's go.
The advent of streaming has granted audiences unprecedented access to massive libraries of on-demand content, a modern luxury that could dampen how viewers feel the effects of a strike.
Last time the Writers Guild struck.
Did you hear what he just said? Because of the online content, us as viewers won't feel the effects of the strike, or should we say it'll dampen it. That's the same way that y'all want us to cover every single story and not compensate us, right? Y'all not feeling the effects, but we are. And that's selfishness. That's just really what it is. It's selfishness.
Libraries of on-demand content, a modern luxury that could dampen how viewers feel the effects of a strike.
Last time the Writers Guild struck was in 2007, 2008. And everybody really felt it. The audience felt it, the studios felt it, because if there wasn't new material being made, there was nothing.
Did y'all hear that? So if there's no new material made, there's nothing. What if I didn't even cover any content? And y'all say, well, whatever, I'll go to another content creator. Okay, so what if all the other content creators that you watch created nothing new? What if we put out no new content, no new videos, right? You had no new shows. Do you know the insanity that's going to take place? You know how people are going to lose their minds? There's no new video games. There's no new songs. There's no movies. There's no nothing. What are people going to do? People are going to lose their mind. And it's going to lead to other situations. Okay? We could say violent situations. And then that allows other things to be ushered in. And this was back in the day and it was bad. So what do you think it's going to be now? Let's go.
There was no streaming. There was broadcast television, there was cable television, and there were movies. Now there's a strike, and there are streaming sites where you can watch an almost unlimited amount of material while we're on strike. So just in that way, you can see how striking now has possibly less impact than when we struck in 07 and 08.
With content generation imperative to the success of both writers and studios, the advent of AI has thrown an unforeseen wrench into contract negotiations. Rather than an outright ban, the WGA has proposed guardrails for AI technology that aim to protect the working standards, payment systems, and authorship credit for writers. As for the studios, their statement on AI acknowledges ambiguity around the emerging technology and proposes annual discussions before landing on an official regulatory agreement. The Alliance's unwillingness to outline strict policies around generative AI tools has led to a stalemate. As the WGA takes to the picket line, other entertainment unions have begun their own contract negotiations with the Alliance. The Directors Guild of America struck a contract agreement with the studios. On the topic of AI, both parties agreed that AI is not a person and that generative AI cannot replace the duties performed by members. Alliance negotiations with the Screen Actors Guild are underway, with the existing contract set to expire June 30th, 2023. Ahead of contract negotiations with the Alliance, the Screen Actors Guild voted in favor of a strike, a proactive step in hopes of bringing more leverage to the bargaining table.
And as far as the date, just in case those of you that don't know, the date had been temporarily extended from June 30th to the end of July. So we only have like basically 2 weeks and change worth of more content. And then at the end of July, they could potentially just completely shut down. So again, that's the actors striking as well as the writers. So even if there are already scripts available, the actors are going to strike. Okay, y'all got to keep that in mind. So that means no new episodes, no new seasons, etc., right? This is serious. So then what is Hollywood going to do? As I said earlier, AI enters the chat. Let's go. And we're almost done with this boring part. And then I'm going to show you the cool stuff about how real it looks to see an AI version of yourself.
They maintain that using AI to replicate an actor's voice or likeness requires the performer's consent and compensation.
Really, I think the place that we are going to as a society is prompt to entertainment. Literally being able to type in, I want to see an action movie, and I want it to be funny, and I want it to take place in Texas, go. And it spits out a movie.
This is Caleb Ward. He's the founder of Curious Refuge,
now
a
watch
production
this, y'all.
hub and learning portal for AI filmmakers. Curious Refuge's viral videos have given millions of viewers a brief glimpse of what an AI film future may look like.
Now, I want you to see, all of this that you're seeing right here is AI, right? This is not live actors and actresses. These are AI actors and actresses that you're seeing right here, okay? I just need to shout that out so y'all can pay close attention. Watch.
Viral videos have given millions of viewers a brief glimpse
That's
of what
AI.
an AI film future
That's
may look
AI.
like.
These are AI people now, I'm telling
AI
you.
generates content through a digestive process. The model takes in pre-existing content, both copyright protected and public domain. From this, it produces an amalgamation of information. The output looks new, but comes from existing media and sources.
These tools are now teaching themselves based on those iterations and generating its own reference points. Now we're seeing works that you would never know what the inspiration source was, and it seemingly is something that's coming from thin air, but it's being pulled from a million different resources and not just one. Writers will be able to show what the final product will look like in the writer's room. That has never been possible before.
In the grand tapestry of fate, I'm less of a golden thread and more
Y'all
of
see
a
that? AI.
knot.
And so I think writers now are going to have more power than ever before to direct these creative projects.
See, chat
AI
GPT.
enthusiasts like Caleb see the technology as
Look
an
at that.
equalizer
Look.
that enables individuals.
Did y'all see that? Look on the screen. Chat. See, this person hit the Chat GPT. It's an app you can install on your phone, your tablets, computers, and it will literally write the whole scripts out for you. I be talking about this all the time, but ain't nobody listening, right? You like, oh, whatever. It ain't in my job. I work at McDonald's. Oh, whatever. I'm a paramedic. It ain't at my job. Oh, whatever. I'm a school teacher. It's not at my job. Oh, just wait. Them students gonna be using it. Oh, just wait. It's going to hit your job if it hasn't done so already. Don't think that just because you're not in entertainment, it hadn't hit your job. Oh, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm good. Okay. You're the main one that need to be paying attention. Watch when I hit play. You're going to see how it just literally writes the whole script out. Watch.
AI enthusiasts
Look
like
at that.
Caleb see the technology
Y'all
as
see
an
that?
equalizer that enables individuals with no experience in the entertainment industry to produce cinematic worlds.
Creative tools like this have always evolved how we tell stories, and I think that this is just a time of transition for us, and so we're all going to learn how to use these tools soon.
I think the idea that AI would democratize entertainment is absolutely ridiculous. What that's really saying is that the unskilled and the untalented would be able to pretend that they're skilled and talented.
Did y'all hear that?
Entertainment is absolutely ridiculous. What that's really saying is that the unskilled and the untalented would be able to pretend that they're skilled and talented.
Y'all hear that? So now, because of AI, even people that don't have skills to write lyrics or smart enough to write proper research papers or do this or do that, etc., all of a sudden they're going to look like they the best thing smoking, right?
As the Alliance and the unions hash out disputes over artificial intelligence, a budding faction of AI filmmakers continues to take shape.
AI is a hot topic right now, pretty much any industry out there. When it comes to video, you do have some people that are saying that they think it's going to replace writers or directors or production, pre-production, post-production. So does anybody out there know what the impact of AI is going to be yet? No, it's far too early. I look back in the days of when YouTube first started.
Listen.
And there was this idea that because YouTube is this open platform and anyone can create videos, that users themselves would replace studios out there creating all their own content because it was free to upload, it was free to stream.
And essentially, we have, despite what he says, because most of you come to YouTube to find out all your tea, or at least social media. If it's not YouTube, it's TikTok. As a matter of fact, all the news and media outlets, they report stuff that Instagram users or social media users and content creators show, and then they put that footage that we capture in their stories. They're not even capturing the footage anymore for the most part. I mean, obviously there's some exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, every story, it's like old news. We've already captured it. We've already shown it. And then they just report it as the news. They're doing what it's like our roles have flipped. That's what we used to do back in the day. The news and media outlets would report the news and then we report it. Now we're reporting the news and then they get it from us. And this is why they don't want some of us to get that message out. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
The reality is we're all looking for the best content. 80% of your traffic comes from 20% of your content. But with video, it's storytelling. And I believe you have to have a human to really tell that story.
All right. So, like I said, this was an article from CNBC. Now, I want to show y'all some real cool stuff. And this is where we about to switch gears. Okay? Because I'm about to show you how easy it is to do. All right, so let's get this on the screen. All right, we're going to take a look at this here, and I'm going to walk y'all through something. And this is going to blow your minds, okay? All right, what you're seeing on the screen, you see it says, these people may look familiar, like ones you've seen on Facebook or Twitter, right? But watch this. Do y'all see this? Of course, I'm getting all this pop-up stuff. Look at this. It says, or people whose product reviews you've read on Amazon or dating profiles you've seen on Tinder. That's right. Dating profiles you've seen on Tinder. So when you sit up there and you swiping and all of this, and you see this dude, ladies, that you think is hot, you think he's the one you want to talk to, you could be talking to artificial intelligence. Same thing, fellas. You like, ooh, I'm feeling her. She look good, right? Artificial intelligence. People are already doing this on their Instagram. I told y'all about these filters and all of these things. I've showed the video about catfishing, women catfishing men, and I got to get time to men catfishing women. This is what I'm talking about earlier in response to the lady and the portion I said. I don't even have time to get to my own content that I told you all that I got to get out, right? It's so much to do, and I'm so busy in so many areas. It's insane. Y'all do not understand how hard I work. I work 7 days a week. Ask my wife, ask my son, ask friends, ask family. I'm like one of the hardest working people you'll ever meet. I hardly ever get to sleep. I hardly ever get to eat. I don't be doing that, but people got the nerve to sit up here and criticize me as if I'm just sitting around all day, twiddling my fingers, doing nothing. And I was like, I don't want to cover your story. Man, y'all don't understand the half of what I'm involved with. Nonetheless, see, on social media, on Amazon, dating sites, right? You thinking it's a real person and then it's somebody fake. So when you read in reviews, well, I've seen an individual. It looks like a real guy. Little do you know it's AI and they're leaving potentially a fake review. So we don't know what's real or what's not. All right, let's go. Y'all see this? It says they look stunningly real at first glance. I mean, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Don't these people look real? Don't these people look real? For those of you that are here in the live chat and you're able to comment, don't these people look like real individuals? Do they look like fake computer generated people? Let's keep going. Look, but they do not exist. Y'all see this? Look at this. They do not exist. Y'all see this? These people don't exist. They're computer generated. I'm trying to give y'all the game. Look, they were born from the mind of a computer. And guess what? They weren't even computer generated by you or me. They were computer generated by a computer itself. You don't even need a person to duplicate people. And this is what actors and actresses and writers are striking about. This is the concerns. And that's why I wanted to give you the backdrop first, because y'all need to see this and y'all need to know this. And right now, I'm the only content creator actually talking about it to this extent, right? I'm sure others later will jump on a bandwagon. They're going to see my video and then they're going to get inspired to cover it when, it becomes super big news. And everybody's going to be jumping on it, right? And they'll get way more views than mine, because they're not under a YouTube shadow ban. You see what I'm saying? So they'll get way more views and everybody will flock to theirs and it'll be like crickets over here. But you know who said it first. You know who's showing it to you first. And I'm literally showing you. I'm not just talking about it. I'm showing you so you can see with your own eyes how real this is. Tell me if this gentleman on the screen does not look real and authentic. Look at this. Look at that. So you could just easily look, and the technology that makes them is improving at a startling pace. It's constantly improving. Look at how real this looks. Look, designed to deceive. Do these people look real to you? Look, let me show you this. Let me put this on so y'all can read this. Hopefully y'all should be able to see the text. It says, there are now businesses that sell fake people. Did you hear that? There are now businesses that sell fake people. It says on the website generated.photos, you can buy a unique, worry-free fake person. Look how cheap it is for $2.99 or 1,000 people for $1,000. Do you know how easy that is for a company budget to have a bunch of fake people and make it look like real? So instead of them having to hire and pay for photo shoots and pay for actors and actresses to come through, they can just buy a bunch of fake people and have the fake people computer generated to depict a commercial or depict a scene or depict a movie or depict a video game, right? This is serious. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Y'all see this? It says if you just need a couple of fake people for I just said this, for characters in a video game or to make your company website appear more diverse, you can get their photos for free on thispersondoesnotexist.com. Adjust their likeness as needed. Make them old or young. or the ethnicity of your choosing. If you want your fake person animated, a company called Rosebud.ai can do that and can even make them talk. So do y'all see this? This can even be done without you lifting a finger. And this is what I keep trying to tell y'all. In the description box, there's a link with a professional training that will show you how to use ChatGPT and AI and how it can save you a lot of time, money, and resource. How many companies would rather spend $1,000 than say 10,000 or 20 or 40 or 50 to duplicate this for a commercial? You see what I'm saying? Think about many of you. You could have a commercial where it looks like you got people in there, you interacting with people. So you can even have a AI version of yourself. And then you wonder why these phones and these websites got all these like photo AI duplicates and all this stuff. They've been practicing this for a while. Anyway, it says these simulated people are starting to show up around the internet, used as masks by real people with nefarious intent. Do you hear this? Okay? These simulated people are starting to show up around the internet, used as masks by real people with nefarious intent. But y'all want to think Jamie Foxx walking around here and all these other celebrities, and then Madonna was spotted, but yet you haven't talked to them one time. Nobody's got a close-up of Jamie Foxx. Every single camera phone is like crap quality. When camera phones of late, all of them got like top-notch quality, can zoom in like crazy, make stuff clear. And you all of a sudden, nobody can see Jamie Foxx up close, and no one has an actual conversation with Jamie where we could really hear anything. I told y'all this from Damar Hamlin. And y'all gonna understand, I put receipts behind what I say. I show you how all this stuff, and I showed you how cloning technology has been in existence. Elon Musk is talking about, and I'm talking about human clones. Then we got the cultured lab meat. It's not even meat anymore. It's already out in California, in restaurants and stores, and soon to be out across America and the world. They got it in, I believe, in Hong Kong as well. I mean, this is crazy, man. So look, these simulated peoples are starting to show on the internet, use this mask with nefarious intent. Okay, so what does that mean? You're going to have people that can clone you and make it look like you did something, and then the police can come and lock your behind up, right? They can come get you because they're like, we got you on tape. Isn't this not you? This looks like you. We've got a suspect. We've got a match for blah, 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 blah. And then people can start cloning you. And then you be out here doing stuff. Oh, yeah, the stuff you've seen in movies and you think is fake. We in that era now. Okay? They can create a YouTube channel and then be in a live chat, be in comment sections, putting out content, making it think that it's one content creator. And then you got people buzzing about a content creator because y'all think it's them, right? Y'all gonna think it's them, and then all of a sudden they'll find ways to get your actual YouTube channel shut down. So don't believe this ain't gonna affect your favorite content creators. I don't care what industry and I don't care what genre of content they do. I'm trying to tell you how serious this is. Right? It says spies who don an attractive face, right? In an effort to infiltrate the intelligence community. Right-wing protagonists who hide behind fake profiles, photos, and all. Ain't that what Jamie Foxx doing? He hiding, right? We just see a clone of him running around here. Online harassers who troll their targets with a friendly massage. So it says they created their own AI system to understand how easy it is to generate different fake faces. The AI system sees each face as a complex mathematical figure, a range of values that can be shifted. Choosing different values, like those that determine the size and shape of eyes, can alter the whole image. Okay? So look, watch this. Look at this. Y'all see this? Man, make sure y'all get the likes up, because there ain't no other content creator give you these type of receipts, right? I'm the receipt king when it comes to receipts. Like, everybody loves to go in here, and I get a lot of uneducated people that comment on my YouTube shorts. They don't even understand how YouTube shorts work. YouTube shorts are just a clip. You only have 60 seconds. How much proof can you really say in 60 seconds and show and do? Yet people will be like, how could you say this and do this? You ain't got no proof. And then they don't even realize that it's a clip from a full video. But they act like they so smart. And then they say they expose themselves and say a bunch of negative stuff. And then they just basically look like boo-boo the fool because you got all the receipts in the full video. Matter of fact, videos, plural. Look at this, y'all. Watch how I do this slider, how easy it is to change. He's a kid now, right? Watch this. See this? Look at this. Y'all see this? Fast, slow. So you can make him look any age, right? Any weight. Then look, let's look at her. Look at her eyes. Look how we change her eyes and her facial expression. You can tweak this any which way you want. Look at her hair kind of moving. Y'all see this? Look, that's just age and eyes. And let's come down to the other category. Okay, let's go to perspective. Watch this. Which angle you want, huh? What perspective you want? Y'all know how on social media, see, let me explain something to you. You know how on social media, and especially a lot of dudes are guilty of this, right? They out here lusting after all these women. Some of them women on social media are AI generated. It ain't even them taking the pictures of themselves. Right? And the same thing to go for you ladies. You be looking at this dude, oh, he look like hubba hubba. And I know that's corny, but that, you know what I mean by saying hubba hubba. Trying to keep it PG. You see what I'm saying? You be looking at these dudes thinking it's him and it be AI generated. You thinking you talking to somebody, and a lot of times it's a clone. And they're perfecting this technology by the minute, by the second. Let's go back to let's go over here to mood, right? Watch this. Same lady, you could change her mood. Her eyes, change her mouth, you know, how you want her, you know, straight face. Just this easy. Look at this, just this easy, y'all. It says for other qualities, our system used a different approach. Instead of shifting values that determine specific parts of the image, the system first generated 2 images to establish starting and end points for all of the values, and then created images in between. So check this out. Go look at gender, right? Watch this. Okay, look like a lady. Let's see if it shifts. Yo! Look at this. You go from a chick to a dude. This, see, now I know the LGBTQIA, etc. community is going to love this. Look, let me show you what gender fluid looks like. I'm gender fluid. See this? I'm gender fluid. Yeah, I want to be a lady today and I want to be a dude tomorrow. I want to hang out with the guys and hang out with the girls in the same sentence. Y'all see this? And this is without changing the image. Now look, race and ethnicity. Look at this. So we see a black man here, right? Watch, you're going to go from black or white. I guess Michael Jackson was right. It don't matter if you black or white. Watch. Yo! Dude just went from a white dude to a black dude. Y'all see this? Ain't no other content creator showing you this. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. Y'all make sure you share with your friends, with your family, with people in your community, because I'm the only content creator giving you this level of receipts. I don't care if they got 1 million subscribers. I don't care if they've been on YouTube since Jesus was born. They're not giving you this level of receipts. I'm the best and the only content creator that puts my channel at constant risk to give y'all the receipts, to constantly put all the truth out, to constantly put all the heat on me, the eyes on me, the hate on me. But you know what the Bible says? Blessed are those who are persecuted for his name's sake. Y'all see this? So ladies, you want to talk about being catfished? And you think you dating one dude? Look at this. I'm literally showing you in real time how easy it is to do this. Because, you know, anybody could be like, oh, you know, brainwaves, you're making this up. You just found some edited video. Okay, how's this an edited video? When I can do both of these at the same time. You can go from black to white to black. And that's just showing you these races. You can do whatever race you want. And anything in between. You can make them look mixed, light skinned, dark. You know, like, this is crazy, man. And they already been doing this. It says the creation of these types of fake images only became possible in recent years thanks to a new type of artificial intelligence called a generative adversarial network. In essence, you feed a computer program a bunch of photos of real people. It studies them and tries to come up with its own photos of people, while another part of the system tries to detect which of those photos are fake. The back and forth makes the end product ever more indistinguishable from the real thing. The portraits in this story were created by the Times using GAN software that was made publicly available by the computer graphics company called NVIDIA. And for those of you that don't know, I also have a tech and gaming channel called Iceman and Bob. Make sure y'all go and subscribe there. It's also linked here in my featured channels. And I talk about tech and gaming there. And NVIDIA is the graphics card or the software that's powered a lot of laptops and computers to be able to have the high-end graphics with games. So it's easy to do. It says, given the pace of improvement, it's easy to imagine a not so distant future in which we are confronted with not just single portraits of fake people, but whole collections of them at a party. Listen to this. At a party with fake friends, hanging out with their fake dogs, holding their fake babies. It will become increasingly difficult to tell who's real online and who is a figment of a computer's imagination. And this is what y'all got to understand when it comes to receipts out here on the internet. And I be telling y'all about that. Y'all believe that Jamie Foxx is running around here? Man, Jamie Foxx been gone. All these folks in the industry, they do these satanic rituals and they be knocked off and sacrificed. If they ain't get out pretty quick, they're gone. Especially if they're high level and they way up in the industry. Oh yeah, they be done for. They way up, they're done. Right? And y'all believing that's Jamie Foxx walking around, but Jamie Foxx ain't spoke to you. Jamie Foxx has not come on the camera yet to say, hi fans, hi people, this is Jamie Foxx. They can't even show us the real Jamie. And then he got the news like, hey, Jamie Foxx is spotted here, spotted here. Y'all think the same thing with Madonna. You know what I'm saying? I exposed that about Madonna. Thinking that that's Madonna out there. And I showed you had the journalist throwing up the 666 sign, right? Throwing up the hand sign right before she broke the news. Look who I saw. But she saw from a distance. But yet you're a reporter and you could walk up to Madonna as a reporter. Generally, even like with TMZ and all these news and media outlets, if somebody is a reporter or a journalist and they see a celebrity, they usually walk up to the celebrity. They get close, front and center. Even if the celebrity puts their head down, want to walk away and say, no, how come can't nobody get close to Jamie Foxx? How come nobody got close to Madonna? And they do these things to deceive you all and to deceive the public because they know most people are going to believe it and don't believe this technology is real. So I'm showing you that this technology is real, and not only showing you how it works, I'm giving you the company names and explaining everything, right? It will become increasingly difficult to tell who is real online and who is a figment of a computer's imagination. This is why actors are striking and writers are striking, because all they got to do is have a computer-generated version of them, and you'll believe it's them. It'll sound like them. It'll look like them. They'll do through the same motions, etc., etc. You think it's them. And then they can just work whenever. They don't get sick because they're computer-generated. This is what's going to happen to you on your job, right? If it's happening to me and I'm an entrepreneur and I'm free and I'm not necessarily bound to any job. Now I have a lot of volunteering and things that I do in many societies and structures and systems. But the point is, if I'm even held to this and I'm an entrepreneur, what do you think you're held to, those of you that work a job? Right? So anyway, it says when the tech first appeared in 2014, it was bad. It looked like The Sims, says Camille Francois, a disinformation researcher whose job is to analyze manipulation of social networks. It's a reminder of how quickly technology can evolve. Detection will only get harder over time. And mind you, it's getting harder by the second, right? Advances in facial fakery have been made possible in part because technology has become so much better at identifying key facial features. You can use your face to unlock your smartphone. Why do you think they give you the convenience of Face ID, Apple? They're gathering information, biometrics, all of these things, these conveniences that they offer us. using your retina scan and all this stuff. All these conveniences have been gathering data. Or you could tell your photo software to sort through your thousands of pictures and show you only those of your child. Facial recognition programs are used by law enforcement to identify and arrest criminal suspects, and also by some activists to reveal the identities of police officers who cover their name tags in an attempt to remain anonymous. Oh yeah, you wonder how they got the Popo's information. A company called Clearview AI scrapped the web of billions of public photos, casually shared online by everyday users, to create an app capable of recognizing a stranger from just one photo. The technology promises superpowers. Do you hear this? We're basically like gods running around here. The ability to organize and process the world in a way that wasn't possible before. Okay, man, this is crazy, man. This is absolutely crazy. I want to show you another video. Y'all seeing it first here. Make sure y'all get the likes up. And this is the agenda on why they strike, right? Okay, so let's take a look at this right here, this video. Let's go.
Today, we're going to create an avatar that looks and moves like me. We begin by smiling into the camera. I love to smile. Smiling's my favorite. And breathing gently for a short second.
Did y'all see that? That was her AI.
This is what breathing looks like.
That's her AI.
I'm Joanna Stern, and I'm excited to host this video.
No, I am the real Joanna.
Okay, so I clone myself. Kinda.
Y'all hear this?
Howdy.
Why?
Look.
Well, the latest AI tools that generate text and images already...
Yo, I told y'all. She said she cloned herself. Did y'all peep game? She said she cloned herself. I told y'all cloning is real. Y'all see pictures online. Y'all see videos online. And y'all think that these are real people actually going out doing stuff. And what they're doing is they're damning you straight to hell. You see these people out here sinning, doing a bunch of stuff, engaging in things, and you think that it's actually them when it's a clone. It has no soul. And then you sit up there and this is the biggest trick that the devil's using. Then you go up there and do it, and then you get damned straight to hell. Or you hang out or get involved with people that have been deceived, or they know what's going on, and their job is to deceive you, aka puppets, right? Ain't that what they call celebrities? They call us puppets, right? Ain't that what they call them? Oh yeah, they're just a puppet. Their job is to influence and deceive you. Make you think what's cool, what's not cool, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. What you should buy, what you shouldn't buy. That's why they use celebrities on commercials, because they got to influence you to buy or not buy, etc., etc., etc. Right? But I don't know what I'm talking about, right? I'm just the loony bin that is just trying to put this out when I'm trying to show you the truth. This is the Pope. Look at it. It's like a computer-generated version. Y'all thinking it's actually the Pope sitting up here. You thinking they actually taking a picture. I'm telling you, there are so many clones running around. Y'all be wondering why people be acting weird and glitching out and doing stuff. A lot of people running around, you are already clones. That's why you see Jamie Foxx talking about they clone Tyrone coming out. And prior to him, quote unquote, no longer being seen before he went in the hospital, back in action. But y'all don't hear me though. Let go.
already make it hard to tell the difference between what's real and what's fake.
Look at that.
What's coming next with AI-generated voice and...
Look at this. So who needs a stunt double? Who needs a body double? And mind you, you may be able to tell this technology now. He's like, aha, I spotted it. I could tell that person's fake. But look at how far it's come. In some instances, you cannot tell. And it's just perfecting by the second. And when they see that, they will tweak that and tweak that algorithm and that mathematical equation. And then they'll make this even more real. So then you can't tell. Like I just got finished giving you that backdrop.
Video is going to blur the lines even more.
So I came up with a challenge. Can I replace myself with AI for the day?
Yes, I came up with 4 challenges to see if AI me could sub in for real me. So real me had more time for me things.
And you see this. These companies are doing these things, right? They're taking time to see if they can sub you out of your job, sub you out of your class, sub you out of your career, sub you out as a content creator. See, you wonder why I'm shadow banned, right? Because YouTube and the powers that be know my power of influence. And they know the spaces that I run in, the circles that I run in, and I've been there and done that in so many areas. I'm like a supernatural threat. So they've got to try to silence me, unlike your other content creators. Why? Because they know your other content creators ain't gonna talk about this. Let's see how many of the big, famous, well-known content creators that got way more subscribers than me. You know, they got 100,000, 200, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 million, whatever. Let's see how many of them right now talk about what's going on and talk about this AI technology. And you wonder why actors and actresses are striking. Don't you think they know? Because they in Hollywood. They've seen this technology. They've seen stuff that we haven't seen, right? These writers, they know. Watch how easy you all of a sudden you find out in your boss, they're like, yeah, we no longer need you. What do you mean you no longer need me? Yeah, you've been replaced because we got your same skill set in a robot or in a clone. And yeah, it looks just like you. So you're still at the job. So all the clients and all the customers and all the vendors still think they're dealing with you. But yeah, you're out of here. Yeah, because it's a clone and we don't have to worry about paying the clone and the clone complaining and getting sick and all this stuff, right? And even so, we'll just replace the clone. The clone shows signs of wear and tear. If the clone runs out of warranty, then we'll just replace that clone. And basically, you'll be working and existing forever. It'll be this fake universe. Do y'all understand what's going on? Do y'all see what's going on? They replace you, and then you got this LGBTQIA, etc. community. No offense to anybody in the community, but there's this serious agenda of population control. If everybody on the face of the planet was gay, lesbian, queer, etc., gender fluid, non-binary, transgender, who would reproduce? Then we would cease to exist and all of us will be replaced by clones. Then you'll have a soulless, satanic world doing whatever the devil wants the people to do. But y'all don't see the agenda here. And y'all just want to jump on the bandwagon. And then you ladies, especially black women, want to criticize a masculine man, a righteous masculine man, and say, oh, he's controlling and he's this and he's that. But then y'all, at the same breath, complain when you get with an effeminate man that's a part of the agenda and it ain't there for you, can't protect you, ain't doing this, because it ain't even about money this day and age, right? I mean, I know you ladies say it's all about money, but y'all all got money. Y'all all bosses, right? Y'all wonder why there's so many agendas. That's an agenda to make women, especially black women, hate black men. Black men give up on black women because you don't see a lot of these dynamics in other ethnicities, right? You look at white men and white women, they stick together, they work together. Asian men and Asian women, they stick together. Hispanic, they stick together. Indian, need I continue? They be sticking together. But you look in the black community, this was designed because they know the truth and they don't want y'all to hear the truth. This is why my channel's shadow banned, because I give y'all so much truth in every video. They just like, oh, we gotta shut him down. We can't let him get the views. We can't let him get the likes. Like, why do I only have these few people here right now? I should have over 1,000 people in here right now talking about this, even if they criticizing me. And I say this all the time, even if they're here trolling and criticizing me. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. Man, you're just your opinion. Man, that's a conspiracy theory. Whatever. You know, like, I should have a ton of people in here, even if it's just haters, right? But they don't want this to get out. But they'll let your other content creators push stuff because they ain't gonna push it to the extent that I do. I always push the envelope. I always make people go harder in the paint. I'm a threat to even other content creators, right? Because I make them have to step up their game. Y'all come over here and see what I do and you be like, dang. And they see what I do and they know they gotta come hard. They gotta step up their quality. They gotta step up their content. They gotta go harder in the paint. That's one of the reasons why I'm here. I'm here to push people and push society into that godly direction. But yet you see these agendas to replace you and push you in a negative direction. Let's go.
Or at least that's how I wanted it to go.
Still a little creeped out that I'm looking at Frozen Joanna.
Okay, let's do this.
And this is the AI Joanna.
Scene 3, take 2, calibration.
Before we get into the challenges, let's talk about my AI avatar, which was made by a startup called Synthesia.
I want to make my avatar.
At a professional studio in New York, the company recorded me doing a series of head movements.
I feel like I'm at the eye doctor. Okay.
And reading through a rather odd pre-written script.
Positive thinking will help you believe in yourself and fill you with self-esteem and confidence.
After that, I headed to an audio studio where I recorded another script for about an hour.
Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up. Ain't nobody else giving you this content. Nobody else is giving you this level of receipts, right? They're not. No one's giving you this level of quality, detailed receipts. Can't nobody come up in here and troll and say, well, brainwaves, you don't have receipts or you're just making this up. Okay, then you explain it. You can go to these websites. You can look these companies up. You can book an appointment with yourself. You can do this yourself, right? I got nothing but receipts. That's all I bring. And then people are like, well, you don't have receipts. I'm like, man, you don't have no receipts. Where's your receipts to say that what I'm saying is not true? Let's go.
My name is Joanna Stern, and I hereby consent to this audio recording to create a custom voice.
The company took that all and used it as training data and ran it through their AI neural networks.
Now, I want to say something. Renee says they look too robotic to me, not human. Now, I'm going to say this, Renee. That might be the case for you, but in those other situations, okay, that's not the case, right? I told you there's a lot of videos and there's even voice, like they're perfecting the technology. They pretty much already have it now. It's just these higher end companies have a higher level of technology to do it. What we're seeing here is she's just showing us how it's done, right? So you can understand the process. All right. And again, they just had her go through those motions. But what about the ones like with actors and actresses? And this is what I'm talking about. Actors and actresses go through all types of motions. You know, this is what they do in a lot of the scenes. They'll have a person, a human, go through the motions, and then the computer mimics their motions. So if you have someone express more and move more and do this and not sound so robotic and read this type of script and that type of script and have this inflection and that inflection in their voice, this octave and et cetera, right? Capture all that data and then it's not going to sound so robotic. But this is just to show you the example, right? And I just kind of want to explain that. And in this freeze frame, if you did not know that this was an AI generated picture of Johanna, you would think that this is actually her. Let's go.
Hello, Joanna. You don't mind if I call you Joanna, do you?
Okay, so the voice isn't the best. A tool called 11 Labs produced something better. After my producer...
Okay, so listen. So you heard this. She said, okay, the voice wasn't the best, but then 11 Labs took the voice even more. So watch this, right?
Penny uploaded 2 hours of my previous recordings.
I am the real Joanna.
I am the real Joanna.
I am the real Joanna.
Both Synthesia...
Did y'all hear that? Listen to how close it is. Now, the reason why you even know the difference too is because we also know what her real voice sounds like. But just listen how easy it is if it's a particular movie, right? Or it's a show. You know how people sound different at different times, you know, different moods. And you wake up, you got a different voice. And when you're playing and excited, your voice is different. And when you're angry, your voice is different. And when you're chilling out, you're trying to be romantic, et cetera, right? Listen again.
You, Joanna, do you?
Okay, so the voice isn't the best. A tool called 11 Labs produced something better. After my producer Kenny uploaded 2 hours of my previous recordings.
I am the real Joanna.
I am the real Joanna.
I am the real Joanna.
Both
Okay, the only one that sounded really robotic was this Synthesia, right? But the 11 Labs one and the real Joanna, it sounded pretty much just like her. Listen.
recordings.
I am the real Joanna.
I am the real Joanna.
Like that one was says, I am the real Joanna. And that's only out of 2 hours of her voice. What about these major studios and companies that have thousands of hours of a actor or actress's voice, right? All the roles they did, got all of that voice. Think about how real it could make them sound. Think about as every day we got technology improving, right? I'm telling you, we may not be able to, you may be able to tell now, but it's just literally in a matter, and I ain't talking about a long time from now, you're not going to be able to tell. As a matter of fact, in a lot of videos, you're still not going to be able to tell.
I am the real Joanna.
Both Synthesia and 11 Labs work similarly. Type in anything, and AI Joanna just says it right back. Synthesia is aimed at companies that want to make internal videos. It charges at least $1,000 to create a custom avatar.
Creating a voice clone with 11 Labs is $5 a month.
Y'all hear that?
Challenge 1. Phone calls. I happened to have a call scheduled that day with Evan Spiegel, the CEO of Snap. The company recently released My AI, a chatbot within the popular app.
Hey, Evan, it's Joanna. Do you worry that if we chat with AI all day, we'll stop talking to our real friends?
Definitely not what we've been seeing. I think that's one of the real benefits of our sort of testing and learning approach here. So far, I think if anything, it's going to become a conversation enhancement and improve the way, that people communicate with their friends and family.
Did you notice that? He didn't even know that he was talking to an AI over the phone. Because I'm telling you, we're watching a video now talking about this, so everything that we're looking at is going to be tweaked. But imagine you're hearing a conversation somewhere, or you're seeing something online, and it looks to be real, but it's not. Would you really know? And they're telling you we saw the real Jamie Foxx. We saw the real Madonna. We spotted the real person. Now, obviously, people, we all know that those are fakes. We already know that those are clones. But how many of them out there that aren't gone or aren't in the hospital, aren't quote unquote deleted, right? How many of them out here do you actually realize are right amongst us and they're real? How many of these regular people on social media that you subscribe to and following? How many YouTube creators that put out certain content and you thinking it's actually them and it's actually a clone? And you subscribe to them and you sending them money and you super chatting and paying money and it's not actually them, right? I'm just saying. Let's go.
Do you think by any chance that my question to you was generated by an AI voice?
No. I mean, the first word or two was a little bit of a giveaway, but I thought maybe you were extra serious today.
Even my own sister was pretty fooled when I called her about her dead fish.
Hello?
Hey, Jules. I just heard about Swimmy Dimmy and I wanted to let you know how sorry I am for your loss.
Did you think it was me?
At first, yes, and then no. It sounds obviously exactly like you, but just with the fact that it doesn't pause for talking back.
Now, listen to what she said. It didn't pause while talking back. Don't you think, again, that information and data is going to be added into the system, and then they're going to tweak it, and then they're going to be able to pause while talking back? They're going to get this inflection. They're going to make it more human-like, and then it's going to be harder to distinguish. Because think about how far we've come now. Before, a robot would be like, hi, I'm a reporter. There's no way that I would sound like a human. And now you've got it sounding very close. And it just depends on how much money and resource that the particular company has. Now listen, Hollywood has access to higher levels than what we're seeing here. Higher levels, right? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Let's go.
Challenge 1. Pass. Challenge 2. Create a TikTok.
Now look,
I asked Chat.
Here we go. She's creating a TikTok, and listen to how she creates a TikTok. Y'all gotta hear how she creates a TikTok. This is gonna blow your mind, right? Okay, this is crazy, man. Okay, watch it. Watch this. Let me just run it from here.
Fooled when I called her about her dead fish.
Hello?
Hey, Jules. I just heard about Swimmy Dimmy and I wanted to let you know how sorry I am for your loss.
Did you think it was me?
At first, yes, and then no. It sounds obviously exactly like you, but just with the fact that it doesn't pause for talking back.
Challenge 1. Pass.
Okay, watch this, y'all.
Challenge 2. Create a TikTok. I asked ChatGPT to write a TikTok script in the voice of Joanna Stern about an obscure iOS 16 tip. Create a TikTok. I asked ChatGPT to write a TikTok script.
She asked who? ChatGPT to write a TikTok. So you don't even need to log in to create a social media account. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen.
Talking back.
Challenge 1. Pass. Challenge 2. Create a TikTok. I asked ChatGPT to write a TikTok script in the voice of Joanna Stern about an obscure iOS 16 tip. The hardest thing was getting ChatGPT to write the truth. It just made stuff up. Finally, I got a good one. Although the writing certainly was not very me. I pasted the script into Synthesia, put a green screen behind my avatar, and exported it. While the WSJ TikTok team edited,
So you see what's going on? She's asleep while she has a team that's editing her social media. So when you see these celebrities and you see these videos, you thinking that it's actually them, and it's not them. Jamie Foxx is probably laying in a casket somewhere, right? But y'all thinking because they got these computer-generated photos. Notice how there's no fan-based photos, there's no celebrity-based photos, and what they're trying to do now with Jamie Foxx is, and I showed you all, they had that one black lady, and I forgot her name, but I have the YouTube short up, y'all can go watch it, right? They have like people that are coming on the news, which are basically crisis actors. They're paid to come on the news and like, yeah, and I saw Jamie Foxx, or to interact with the clone and try to make it more believable, right? I'm trying to tell y'all. So what's really the truth? And we're trying to give y'all the truth, but this is what they're doing, and most people are going to believe. It's like, oh yeah, it got to be Jamie Foxx because this random lady was just interacting, right? All these folks been cloned. And that's why they out here doing all this wicked stuff. So that demons can inhabit their bodies. You heard about the reptilians, all these different species and stuff. The X-Files exposed this, Agent Mulder and Scully. They've been exposing this stuff, been out here for a long time. I got a video that shows this. I got a YouTube short. About the, the Netflix show Disjointed or whatever. And they stopped as soon as they put the truth out, then the show was canceled. No season 2. It was like season 1, episode 18. Disjointed. AARPT or something like that, or RPOT, something like that was the title. It's up here. It's up on my channel as a YouTube short, right? So while your celebrities are sleeping and you see a social media post and you think it's them and it's a clone. I'm just trying to give y'all a game. One more time before we continue the rest of this. Watch this.
Made stuff up. Finally, I got a good one. Although the writing certainly was not very me. I pasted the script into Synthesia, put a green screen behind my avatar, and exported it. While the WSJ TikTok team edited, I was pretty impressed with the final TikTok.
TikTok fam, it's Joanna Stern, your iOS wizard. Today, we're unearthing the hidden world of back tap gestures.
I love that I did not have to shoot this. I did not have to put on nice clothes, do my hair, do my makeup, say these lines.
But
did y'all hear that? They don't have to put their makeup on, put their clothes on, do all of this, say their lines, and y'all thinking that it's actually them on TikTok. Y'all thinking these ladies with all this makeup and stuff like that is actually them. And little do you know, it's a computer-generated them. And they out just raking in the dough. And you dudes are lusting after them. You lusting after a computer-generated clone. I'm going to have to talk about that. Same thing, ladies. You thinking that this dude, you thinking that all these stars are actually managing their accounts. Man, they got teams and all types of people. I've been saying this. That's why you ain't heard no updates with Corinne Fox, with Jamie Foxx. Why is his own daughter not putting out tweets? Oh, my dad's doing okay. Because it ain't her. It never was her with that first message. If you can have a computer-generated image of yourself and voice, don't you think that the text, and we just showed you, her whole TikTok here, she had a whole TikTok account created that was computer-generated. And she didn't even have to lift a finger for the most part. And that's now. What do you think the technology is about to be in 6 months at the end of the year? Or even in 2024? Or 2025? Let's go.
TikTok was less impressed. They picked up on the fact that the avatar never moves its arms, that the mouth movements don't always match the audio, and that there's little facial expression. Synthesia has already started to improve a lot of this in beta versions of its avatars.
Do you hear that? So, like I said, they took this information, and this company, Synthesia, has already began to improve this. This is what she said. They've already begun to improve. So right now, it's like, yeah, I can tell it's fake. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to tell. And when it comes to the Hollywood elites and all these famous people out here, you can't tell. You thinking that the Pope was the Pope, and it ain't even the Pope. You thinking that these presidents and vice presidents and you thinking that all these famous people are actually them? It be clones walking around. Crazy, man. Let's go.
There's little facial expression. Synthesia has already started to improve a lot of this in beta versions of its avatars.
Look, I can nod my head.
Challenge 2. Fail. Challenge 3. Bank biometrics.
Instead of asking security questions, some banks use your voice to confirm it's you before transferring you to a customer service rep.
Do y'all see how scary this is? So somebody, if this works, someone can make an AI of your voice because they heard you on social media. So all your little social media posts, hey girl, I'm out at so-and-so, da-da-da-da-da. And then they can get your voice, right? Or you or another content creator like myself, and they can get your voice and then probably get into your bank stuff. Listen.
This call will be monitored and recorded, and your voice may be used for verification. Please speak your first and last name, followed by your mailing address.
Joanna Stern.
Obviously,
This is Nikki with Chase Credit Card Services.
It worked.
Wow.
Chase confirmed the voice and put me straight through to a service rep. No additional questions asked. Later in the day, I asked our intern Slav to try to do his best impression of me to see what would happen.
Please speak your first and last name, followed by your mailing address.
Joanna Stern.
Please enter the last 3 digits printed on the signature panel on the back of your card.
See, in Slav's case, the voice biometric system didn't buy it. It asked for further verification.
When I reached out to Chase, a spokeswoman said, "We use voice biometrics, along with a variety of other methods, to authenticate customers who call us." She added that to complete requests, customers must provide additional information. Challenge 3. Pass. Challenge 4.
And mind you, that might be for a bank, but just think about other things that may have voice recognition for you to access. Look, somebody could come to your house and access your security system if it's voice activated, or certain resources, and deactivate things. You see what I'm trying to say? Or activate things. Y'all not peeping this.
Video calls.
I asked ChatGPT to generate some generic meeting phrases and exported videos of my...
I see Renee says she would not use a bank if they needed voice verification. You can't say that, Renee, because what if all banks require that type of authentication? You know, a lot of things. There's a lot of people said that they would or would not do anything. But what if there is just the standard mandate that all banks, you know, just like how all banks have to have online banking now, right? They got to have online banking, but a lot of people are against online banking. So I wouldn't necessarily say that, because your bank, my bank, and everyone else's bank may require that, as well as a host of other things. It's just the way that the world lives in. So, I mean, I understand your point of what you're saying, but I just wanted to kind of add that, you know, one cannot say that completely, because obviously once you get through the bank, they're going to ask you some other things. But it's just the point that it allowed her that level of access. It believed that it was her actual voice. And then, you know, when you get on the phone, you know, it's like to verify, da-da-da-da-da. But I'm just saying, you see how this is. This is crazy. Or what if they did get access to your information and then they're using a clone or some AI version of you, and then they sit up there and get your money transferred or done or withdraw or something? I mean, it's all types of stuff that could potentially be done. I mean, especially in the world of clones. But that's another conversation for another day. And this is why a lot of times when you say celebrities been spotted in the past, it's like, oh, I think I seen so-and-so. Yeah, they probably saw a clone of the celebrity that we thought that was no longer with us. And then they saw a clone. It's like, I seen so-and-so. Yeah, this been going on for a long time. Let's go, though. Just want to bring up that point.
My avatar saying them. Then I installed some software on my Mac to pump that video into my Google Meet calls.
It sounds good. Oh, you're muted, Joanna.
Oh my god, is this the real Joanna?
Yeah, this looks like a fake. It sounds good.
She looks, yeah. What is happening
Hey,
here?
everyone. How did you know that it wasn't me?
It looks like a hologram version of you.
It was the posture for me.
I mean, I understand that, Renee. And I mean, I have a relationship at my bank. I mean, I have a business as well as a consumer account, right? But the point that I'm trying to make is, regardless of them knowing us, we have no control over mandates. We have no control over government mandates as it relates to not only banks, but everything we use. So, who's to say that all the employees are there? How do we know that the employees there don't get replaced with AI or with clones? I'm just trying to give you an example. Just the world as we know it is being replaced. Sure, it may not be completely viable now, but I'm showing you what's to come. It's obviously serious enough that actors and writers are striking, and you have other people that are also going down this road with this technology. So I'm just trying to bring this point up that this goes for me, this goes for you, this goes for everybody. We can't say that. I got relationships at my bank. I know the managers, all this stuff. That means nothing if they are replaced or if they aren't replaced and they have mandates to where they're required to go through certain procedures. This is what happens in corporate America. It happens all day long. We can suck on lemons and be pissed off, but it happens all day long. There's procedures that get passed down. All of a sudden, people have meetings every day, and now we got to do it this way, and da-da-da-da-da. You have meetings in the education system. You have meetings everywhere. I don't care what job or service that you do. Walmart has meetings. Publix has meetings, grocery stores, everywhere, gas, I don't care what you do. They have meetings, and when mandates get issued, the employees have to follow. So, I'm just saying that a lot of banks do have voice recognition and where they require that, and they can implement that for every single bank. All it takes is one rule, one law, one change, just like they've been changing laws and rules already. I'm trying to give y'all a game, and it may not just be voice recognition, right? Or voice verification, but it could be another aspect that we're talking about here. And so that's what I'm trying to point out to you all. This affects me just as much as it affects you. I'm not saying it individual, just to Renee solely. Obviously, I'm responding to Renee, but I'm using her comment as an example. How you gonna buy and sell? What if they're not going to use money, right? I'm just saying, what if they're not going to take paper currency, like actual dollars and coins, like physical currency? That easily can be done. We got Bitcoins and all this stuff. I mean, yes, this includes credit unions. I bank with a credit union. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter if you have a credit union or not. If there is a mandate that gets passed to where all banks, right? Because your credit union is backed by the FDIC, right? They back your money up to 100K, right? So what I'm saying is that there's a mandate that could come out that requires this stuff, regardless. They can say, in the name of security. Look, Jackie says her credit union uses it. So I'm trying to explain this to you, Renee. It doesn't matter how independent. Okay, prime example. I don't work for nobody, right? I'm self-employed. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't clock in at a job. I don't do that, right? Yet this affects me just as much as anybody that clocks in terms of talking about this AI and this technology, right? This affects me just as much. So I'm trying to explain to you, it doesn't matter what you do or where you are. This impacts all of us, me and you and everybody under the sun included. All it takes is one rule, one mandate, one law, one person elected, one person removed, etc., etc. Boom, snap your fingers and it's changed, right? That's all it takes. So I'm just explaining how serious this is, right? So how are you gonna buy? They're gonna be like, oh man, we need a credit card. We need a card on file. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing. You're not gonna be able to get nothing, or you're gonna have to use somebody else that's gonna have to do, for instance, the voice verification and et cetera, whatever else they try to implement, right? I'm just saying, unless you want to just completely get off the grid and, not exist. And I mean, that's an option too. But I'm saying, if you want to function in the society, you got to have access to certain tools. You know, it is what it is. It's a byproduct of commerce and e-commerce while we're on the subject. So I'm just saying this stuff is serious, right? Now, obviously here you can see in this example, they know that it was a fake because we could clearly tell she's using the same one, right? She's using the exact same example to see how far it can pass. But think about how they even perfected the technology just with this company alone, let alone examples I showed you. So let's go.
To pump that video into my Google. Stay human, everyone.
So, you know, like I said, right now, it may not completely pass, but as it relates to the near future, it will. It's going to be perfected. Technology keeps getting better and better. I'm a tech and gaming reviewer, so I stay up with the latest tech and I see the improvements. It just keeps getting better and better and better and better and better, super fast, like extremely quickly. And again, that's just this one particular company. But I showed you the examples of the slider and how other stuff. And again, in Hollywood, it's so believable. Because imagine if you see your actor or your actress, right? Or you see the social media influencer that you follow. And you take their voice and you see their pictures and they're playing a particular role. Like, you're not going to know if that's actually them or not. Because you don't know if in that particular show or movie or episode, if that's how their voice is supposed to be in that role. Maybe they got to play it that way. Maybe the script is written that, oh, so-and-so has a cold, or so-and-so must act like they're monotone, or so-and-so has to depict this in this particular episode of this series, right? I'm just giving y'all a game. And then you thinking it's them. So if they can do it for Hollywood, they certainly can do it for all of us. And this is what's coming. And this is the future that we're dealing with. We got clones. We got robots that are already increasingly real with this technology. All you got to do is put a skin on them. It's going to be insane. Yeah, I talked about that earlier, Jackie. She said scammers will also be able to commit identity theft with this technology too. Yeah, they're already using it. They're already doing it. So I just want to give y'all the game about what's truly going on with this actor and writer strike. All right, and this is a planned plot for AI to replace them. This is planned, right? This is planned to have an increase. Okay, if they strike, then what are they going to do? How are they going to answer the strike? Well, we'll get ChatGPT to write scripts, and it's a perfect time for us to test it out, and it's a perfect time for the general public to accept because they want to see episode 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, and the next season 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, and the next sequel of 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 of whatever show or whatever movie that's out there, right? So then you'll sit up there and be like, oh, they used the AI. Like I said, they've been using AI in all these big box office movies, and you still thinking it is them. Many of the scenes, even with the actual actors and actresses, they have the AI versions in those same scenes, and you think it's actually them, and it's the AI version speaking and doing stuff. I'm telling you, you just put a bigger budget behind it, and the more believable it is. So it's a money game. And it's just a matter of time, very quickly, before this is going to be the new reality where we all can be replaced, me included. So y'all can't say no one didn't give you the game. You can't say no one didn't tell you. You can't say no one did not give you the receipts and show you what's what and give you the reason and the agenda behind why Hollywood is striking and why they're holding AI to the candle and want to make sure that they get paid. Can't say no one didn't give you the game. You heard it first here. You seen the receipts first here. And that's what I do. I'm going to get out of here. I got some life coaching appointments I got to get to amongst a bunch of other things. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. If you haven't subscribed, I kindly ask you to do so and hit that notification bell and select all. If you are currently subscribed and you don't get a notification, try to make an attempt to unsubscribe and then resubscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you have mobile, like if you're on your phone, Apple, Android, Samsung, I don't care what kind of phone, Google Pixel, doesn't matter. If you have the YouTube app on your phone, you have to make sure that you have notifications turned on. If you have a Google account, you might need to go into your Google account and make sure that you can get notifications from YouTube. All right? It's the best that we could do to get notified when I release content, because I release content daily. It is rare that I don't release content daily. So if you don't see something, a YouTube short, a YouTube live, a YouTube video from me, and it's been like, especially a couple of days, just come over to the channel. The content's there. So also a great way to support the work, hit that Cash App, that PayPal, that Venmo. It's on the screen. It's in the description box. You can also join the membership. You can book your life coaching appointments. That's what I'm about to get to now. With that being said, I appreciate you. I gave y'all the goods, and I'll be back to give you a lot more. I have so much I have to talk to you about. I honestly don't know if I'm ever going to get to it all. I have so many videos I need to put out. It's insane. So many. It's insane. So y'all stay tuned. I got content for eons, right? I don't know if I'm ever going to get to it, but I'll do the best that I can. With that being said, love y'all, and I'm getting out of here. I may be back later. I don't know. We'll see. So until then, I'm going to send you all away with love, with blessings, and with light.